everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Rika Mabel, your Airbnb super host. So in the span of 3 years, we have managed to host over 1,000 of stays. So join me in my journey as I navigate through Airbnb hosting, business, and personal growth. Hello everyone! So I've been getting these questions a lot, and I've heard a lot of questions from you guys about how to book your first Airbnb stay. So I feel like this is the perfect time to create that video once and for all. Ayan. So sige. So first things first, meron na po ba kayong Airbnb app? Yes. So if wala pa, install na po kayo. And so first things first is download Airbnb app and create an account. So once you create an account, make sure na you verify it agad-agad. So paano ba magpa-verify, Miss Rika? So first things first is mag-upload kayo ng valid ID sa app, and then yung phone number nyo and email address dapat meron yan. So bakit kailangan may ganun, Miss Rika? Kasi kailangan natin yan para yung mga hosts, if magre-request na kayo mag-book ng stay nila, mas mabilis nila kayong i-accept. Bakit, Miss Rika, bakit kailangan gawa na ako agad ng account, or bakit ko kailangan i-verify agad yung account ko? Eh, nagsisimula pa lang naman ako, bago pa lang naman ako sa app na to. So, first things first, once kasi na nandyan yung phone number nyo, email address nyo, profile photo nyo, and also yung pag na-upload nyo na yung valid ID nyo dun sa app, it just sends a signal na, oh, okay tong guest na to, very siya, parang green flag siya for us Airbnb hosts, na okay, this person won't ruin my property, ganyan. So may ganyan kasi, meron kasi kami mga na-experience sa mga, guests from hell, ganyan. So, typically kasi yung mga guests from hell, ganyan, sila yung mga guests na naninira ng property, or di kaya maraming nawawala pagka nila sa property, pagka check out nila sa property. So, yun yung mga warning signs para sa Airbnb hosts. And if first time ka na nagbubook sa Airbnb, much better if verify na yung profile mo para may guarantee kay host na, okay, alagaan niya yung property ko. Ganyan. So basically, once na okay yung pinaka-profile natin, it also gives a guarantee kay host na alagaan natin yung property. And also, at the same time, once kasi first time ka palang magbubook sa Airbnb, magre-request ka pa to book a property. Hindi siya automatic na, okay, pag i-book mo na, i-reserve mo na yung stay mo, dire-diretso na. So may mga hosts kasi na para sa mga first time na nag-book, gusto muna nila i-check yung pinaka-profile nung gusto mag-book. So, mas mapapabilis yung proseso na yon kapag verified ang profile natin. Ayun. So, na-open ko na yung pinaka-Airbnb app over here. So, magsa-search tayo ng place dito. So, right now, halimbawa, gusto ko mag-stay sa Makati. Ayan. So, Makati, Metro Manila. And then, for today, ayan. And then, if for example, dalawa kami ng sister ko, ganyan. So, i-search ko na dyan. So, basically, dito makikita na natin yung mga stays. And then, for example, so makikita natin yung mga label niya. Ayan, apartment in Makati, condo in Makati, guest house in Makati. Ayan. So, makikita natin, meron na tayong idea nung Airbnb stay. For example, gusto kong i-book gusto ko yung vibe kunyari nitong condo in Makati, business spot in Makati, high-speed central location, central safe, nakalagay dito. So, makikita natin. So, make sure pala to read all the details doon sa unit. Kung may internet pa siya, kung nandun ba lahat ng requirements nyo, like gusto nyo ba magluto, gusto nyo ba mag-Netflix, gusto nyo mag-swimming, and everything. So, make sure you check everything before you book para less hassle para sa inyo. Kasi baka mamaya yung nabook nyo pala na place is walang Netflix, tapos gusto nyo talaga manood ng Netflix. So, ang mangyayari, maaabala natin yung ating sarili, pati din yung may-ari ng property. And, typically, kapag ganon, yung mga property owners, hindi sila nagpapa-refund. So, to avoid yourself from the hassle, to save yourself from the hassle, make sure that you read all the description ng pinaka-Airbnb listing, okay? So, for this one, ayan, 2 guests lang daw siya. May 1 bedroom, 1 bath. Ayan, so, ayan. Pagdating naman dito sa mga feedback, ang gagawin natin is take yung mga feedback with a grain of salt. Kasi nasa sa inyo pa din talaga yan kung okay ba talaga siya na feedback, hindi ba siya sketchy, whatsoever. Pero syempre, super helpful tingnan yung feedback just in case na baka mamaya yung place pala is sketchy or like medyo parang scammy yung place. Kasi merong nagliparan na ganun ngayon sa Airbnb. Like for example, sobrang ganda ng room na nakalagay doon. And then once you check in, sa ibang room pala kayo ititake and they still get the full price. So, alam ko yung mga listings na yun is na-take down na talaga siya ngayon ni Airbnb. But be extra sure din. And para din sa inyong peace of mind and safety, make sure that you also check the reviews. So typically, the more reviews, the better. Kasi that's a signal for you or that's a sign for you na okay, legit yung property, okay yung terms dito, okay yung conditions niya and everything. Ganyan. So makikita natin yung mga feedback dito. Ayan. So makikita natin na okay pala talaga siya na Airbnb, ganyan. So okay. So, at least then sa parts na to, makikita nyo din yung mga areas or yung mga things na baka mamaya hindi pala ideal para sa inyo bilang guest. For example, this property, I think this is near Poblacion, and then pag sinabing Poblacion kasi, medyo maingay din talaga dyan kasi party district siya. So, kung if you're a guest and you want na hindi maingay yung place, then I suggest na siguro different areas ka na lang sa Makati instead of Poblacion, because Poblacion is also kind of really parang medyo noisy talaga siya, which is only natural kasi yun talaga yung zoning ng area. So that's also one thing that you have to consider. Ayun. So overall naman is okay naman yung pinaka reviews ng place. Ayan. So, responsive naman daw yung host. So, one thing that you have to watch out about is number 1, if okay ba yung condition ng mga amenities ng unit based on the reviews. And then number 2, kung si host ba ay helpful na host, meaning responsive ba siya. So, yun yung isa ng mga green flags. Ayan. Kung okay yung condition ng unit, kung accessible yung unit, kung may na-mention nila na accessible yung unit or di kaya safe yung place, goods yan. And then number 3 is if responsive si host. So, bakit kailangan malaman kung responsive si host? Kasi syempre, if something happen, meron ka talagang matatakbuhan or mabilis mo siyang makukontak and you are confident na, okay, so once I book this place, if things go wrong, I can easily contact the host and the host will easily reply. That is very important. Ayan. And then, at the same time, ayan, so pwede niyong basahin dito yung mga, yung mga features ng unit. Like, for example, self-check-in. So, you can check in with the building staff. Hindi na kailangan na i-meet up mo yung owner or yung pinakakatiwala niya just to get inside the unit. So, that is also very helpful if self-check-in. Ayan. Kasi meron actually ibang units na they require na meron ka pa talagang i-meet up na tao. So, it's okay to know na self-check-in pala tong property na to, just in case na I check-in at around 1 AM or 11 PM, wala akong maaabalang tao or di kaya wala na kong kailangan taong i-meet. Ayan. Kasi baka mamaya alam naman natin na we can have complicated schedules in a day and we can have crazy hectic days, and at night, we just want to stay at our Airbnb and rest instead of look for the person na in charge dun sa place and be worried na, paano ba to? Paano ako papasok sa property? Ganyan. Ayun. And then, ayun, so nakalagay din dito na this is one of the few places in the area with a pool, and then meron din siyang dedicated workspace. So this is also very helpful if you are a work from home person or like you work remotely. Yan, so it's super nice to know kung merong dedicated workspace yung place, at least you know where you can work. Ayan. Ayan. So make sure na you read the description, okay? This is very important kasi very hassle if ma-mislead tayo sa isang place. Like, akala mo, inassume mo na agad dahil Airbnb, may lutuan pala siya, and you really love to cook. And then pagdating mo doon, wala palang lutuan, tapos ikaw pa yung magagalit, or ikaw pa yung masasad. Ayun. So, make sure that you read everything para on the same page kayo ng Airbnb host. Okay? So, like this one, guest access. During your stay, you'll have access to the entire apartment, including the private bathroom, kitchenette, and private balcony kitchen. Ayan. So, makikita natin yung mga things that is inside the unit. Ayun. check in, check out, and also yung house rules. So this is also super important if you are with someone who smokes. Ayan, so this is maganda din siyang ma-check kasi madalas na mga Airbnb, they don't allow smoking. So if you are a smoker or if you're with someone who is a smoker and then ma-detect ng Airbnb host na you are smoking, it could lead to charges. So make sure that you are always on the same page with the Airbnb host on these kind of things. Ayan, so parties and visitors, quiet hours, about pets, ATM access and everything. So it is super important to be aware of those things kasi it can make or break your stay. And if meron kayong miscommunication or di kaya meron kayong if you're not on the same ground as your Airbnb host, it could lead to a lot of headache. Halimbawa, you just assumed na merong microwave dun sa place and then pagdating mo, wala pala talagang anything. Like, it's just an empty cupboard and then makikita mo, wala talagang anything na pangluto. So, syempre, di ba, parang hala, mali pala tong binuko, ganyan. So, pag-check mo dun sa Airbnb listing, wala din pala talaga. So, alam mo yon, para hindi ka na din ma-hassle, make sure that you read the listing description before booking. Ganyan. Para talagang onti na lang yung itatanong mo kay Airbnb host or di kaya, kumbaga, para well-oriented ka talaga sa place. Ayan. So, what place, lalo na dito sa part na what this place offers, Wi-Fi, dedicated workspace. Ayan. So, maganda na ma-check mo talaga yan lahat before booking anything. Also, check yung where you'll be so that you'll have an idea kung saan yung place. Ayan. And then, ayun. Back na ulit dun sa reviews. Ayan. And then, dito din sa baba, makikita mo, meet your host, Diana. So, makikita mo na 3,099 na yung reviews niya, yung overall rating niya in years niya sa Airbnb. So, ayan, maganda tong sign na to na I'm only one text away, ganyan. So, you also get to know your host. Ayan, so maganda na mabasa natin tong mga to so that you also have an idea of what kind of stay you're gonna be having. And this one din pala, cancellation policy. So, make sure na you read the cancellation policy. Kasi, meron tayong iba't ibang klase ng pinaka-policy. So, meaning, merong strict, merong firm, and merong flexible. So, ano ba yung strict? Yung strict is once you book your place, or once you book the place, you can no longer cancel. So, once you cancel, you won't get any refund. Ayan. And the next is firm. As far as I know, si firm is siya yung type of cancellation policy na it depends on the host if if makakakuha ka ng refund or not. Ganyan. Or I think this one is if I'm not mistaken this one is parang once you cancel, you're gonna get a partial refund dun sa stay. And so finally, si flexible is meron ka lang certain time, for example, 2 days before your trip, dun ka lang pwedeng mag-cancel or kailangan more than 2 days before your trip bago ka mag-cancel so that you'll get a full refund. So, maganda if hindi ka pa super sure talaga sa plans nyo, make sure na hanap ka na lang ng listing na flexible so that mag-change man yung plans, ganyan, you can cancel and get a full refund. And then, pagdating naman sa refund, ang pinaka-processing ni Airbnb doon is 10 business days. Within those 10 business days, kailangan bumalik na yung money sa inyong account. Ayan, yun. Yung mga frequently asked questions. Alright, so ituturo ko naman sa inyo tong trick na to para hindi kayo ma-accidental book sa mga listing. So, makikita natin dito sa screen na sa lower right, may nakalagay dyan reserve. So, huwag niyong pipindutin yan. Basahin niyo muna talaga kasi once na pinindot niyo na yan, ibubook na niyo yung stay. So, para kung may questions kayo kay host, dito niyo siya makikita sa baba. Sa meet your host and then message host. Ayun. So, doon niyo siya message. Kasi ang nangyayari typically sa mga guests is diretso na sila dun dahil red yung button ng reserve, i-click na agad nila yung reserve. Tapos magugulat sila, ay, Miss Rika, accidentally ko lang po siyang nabook, pwede ko pa po ba i-cancel? Tapos what if 1 day away na lang? So we have to follow the policy. So for example, yung property namin is on a strict cancellation policy, and then accidental mo siya na-book, yung mga hosts, it's up to them if they'll still grant you a refund. Pero kadalasan, we have to adhere to the policy ng Airbnb that we have set na if strict yung cancellation policy is strict talaga siya. Ganyan. So, let's not always try to bend the policies and rules na yung sinet ng ating Airbnb host, okay? So let's also do our due diligence na i-assess din muna talaga yung place before booking. Ayan. So ganun siya. So ibabalik ko ulit. If halimbawa may questions kayo sa property, just scroll down over here and then i-press nyo lang yung message host. And then after that, dun mo makikita yung frequently asked questions nila, ganyan. And then, yun, message host. Ayan. So, you can message here na yung pinaka concerns mo sa hosts. Okay? Ayun. And then, if you are ready to reserve naman na, just click the reserve button. Alright, so para naman sa mga nagtatanong kung paano i-change yung currency ng account nyo, you can just go to tap your profile and then payments and payouts, and then dito sa upper right nakikita nyo PHP, so doon nyo lang siya i-change. So I can't change it right now kasi nagre-record yung phone ko. Ayan, umokay na pala. Ayan, so dito nyo ma-change yung pinaka-currency so that always kayo on the same page pagdating sa currency before you book. Ayun din pala, so if you guys are wary or if you guys are worried dun sa legitimacy or di kaya security ng bank accounts or whatsoever nyo on the app, that is also very important. So what you can do is you can open a digital wallet. So for example, let's say you opened a GoTime account. Ayan. So, you can open a GoTime account, and after that, you can just put dun sa account yung pinaka-balance that you have, that you need to book an Airbnb. And then, after that, kumbaga yun lang talaga yung amount na ilalagay niya doon para sure din talaga kayo na okay, hindi siya mababokya, ganyan. Or hindi kayo if you guys are still anxious. But so far, I've been using the Airbnb app for almost 4 years. So far, so good naman. Wala naman akong nakita na unauthorized transactions or whatsoever. So that is also, I'm so happy na wala namang nangyayari ganun sa Airbnb, and everything so far is so secure naman, which is really, really great. Ayun. And then, once you book your stay, you're gonna see your stay over here dito sa trips. Ayan. So, as you can see, I have an upcoming book reservation over here. So, dyan mo makikita yung accommodation na binook mo. And then, if you guys are gonna message your host, it's just also right here. And then, yung getting there, instructions, ganyan. So, as you can see, very organized naman yung pinaka-Airbnb app. Ayun. Alright, so another thing din pala dito kay Airbnb is, I always put yung display total price. So, that also includes all fees before taxes. So, an example of that is when I click this one, ayan, itong example natin, alright? So, ito, hindi pa nakaklik yung total price. So, makikita natin 696 siya per night. Okay? But, if you display the total price, makikita natin dito na for 5 nights, so for March 12 to 17, 3,481 siya before taxes. Ayan. So, makikita na natin, kumbaga magkaka-idea na tayo na, okay, ito pala yung pinaka-fees niya. Ganyan. Minsan kasi, gusto natin na makita na talaga yung total price na babayaran bago talaga tayo mag-proceed. Ganyan. Ayun. And then, another thing is when you book your Airbnb stay is meron po silang 3% Airbnb service fee. So, that is totally normal. Typically, kapag tag 1.5 yung place na binook mo, around 300 siya or so. Ganon. And another thing to consider is, typically sa mga condo units, ganyan, if you are gonna book one, meron din po silang cleaning fee. So, yung pinaka-cleaning fee, it range around 500 to 700. Typically, yung 500 to 700 na charge, dun talaga kinukuha yung pang-cleaning dun sa unit, which is also normal and rest assured, yung mga proceeds na yun goes straight to your cleaner. Ayan. So, hindi na nakikinabang si Airbnb host doon. So, basically, ano na talaga siya, sa cleaners na talaga siya dumediretso. So, that, yung 2 added costs na yun, yun yung typical na things that you have to consider then. Ayun, when booking an Airbnb stay. And then, another thing is, yung ibang places is they require security deposit, pero typically, since si Airbnb naman is meron na din siyang insurance para sa guests, is wala na dapat siyang security fee. Ayun. So, yun lang yung mga things that you can consider. And always, always, always transact inside the app. So, wag po nating, if you booked in Airbnb, wag po natin i-insist na hingiin talaga yung number ni host whatsoever. Kasi if may mga complaints and concerns tayo, yung Airbnb support or di kaya sa Airbnb mismo, sa app din sila makikipag-transact. So, if halimbawa, nakipag-transact kayo sa Viber after the booking, typically, medyo nakakakaba din yon, ganyan. So, if something happens, wala nang sagot si Airbnb doon. So, dapat po always tayo transact using the app. Ayan. Except na lang kung si Airbnb host is meron talaga siyang Facebook page that also accept bookings and everything. So, that is also one thing. Okay? So, if you want to book in Airbnb, Airbnb na talaga kayo all the way. And if you want to book sa Facebook, okay lang din po yun. Ayun. So, yun lang naman yung things that you have to consider. And I hope may natututunan po kayo sa video na ito. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this one and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye-bye!